So let's welcome Farm Jenny to take us in conditional formatting. Farm Jenny, over to you.
All right, thank you, Samson. Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me well?
You are loud and clear.
Right, thank you very much, sir. And thank you for being part of this session today. I apologize again for not, like Farm said, for not being able to be available yesterday. There were other conflicting activities, but I'm glad that I'm here now. And we can take this session. So hopefully it will not be a long one, but it's going to be an interesting one. That's conditional formatting. Farm, can I share my screen?
All right, just a minute.
Okay.
So you can go ahead.
All right, thank you. Okay, so can everybody see my screen?
Yes, it's coming up. Yes,
okay.
now we can
When you
see
see,
it.
let me know. Okay,
Yes,
thank you so much. All right, so today we're doing conditional formatting. You know, when you want to format something, you're setting it in a way that it should be in a particular pattern, particular style. Like you can have different kind of formats like number formatting, date formatting, currency formatting. Like you can see here on my screen, I have a dollar sign. You can set it to show Naira. You can set the dates to be maybe American format or British format, whichever way you want it to be. So that's like, it's a different lecture altogether. So for today, we have conditional formatting, where that you want Excel to format a particular cell based on the condition it has in it, that based on the condition you give it. We'll go into the exercise in a bit because I have like some questions here, which I'm going to use to describe what it is. So, but if you look, I added this a bit later. I wanted to show something. Now, assuming you had a data set, you wanted to now say, oh, who submitted and who did not submit, and color all those that submitted green and those that did not submit red. With that conditional formatting, what you do is you now start highlighting all the submitted, and then you color them green, and then all the not submitted, you now start coloring them red. And before you imagine you had like a facility list that, for example, had 1,710 facilities, and you had to do this color code for all of them. You spend hours selecting submitted and non-submitted and coloring it. So with conditional formatting, you can just set the conditions, and automatically Excel uses the format that you have set it for. So now, to do conditional formatting, we need to be on our home tab. And this is the option here. It says conditional formatting. In conditional formatting, we have preset conditions already. The first one is now has highlights based on rules in the cell, whether you want it to be greater than, or less than, or in between, or equal to, whether it contains text, it is a date, or duplicated values. We'll see all this like repeated in another section. So these are like templates which you can use if you want to. But I prefer, going from scratch and setting my own rules so that it is more my work than what Excel sets it to be. You can also now look at top or bottom values, whether it's top 10, bottom 10, or top average, below average. You can also have conditional bars. The bars now determine whether it looks at the values of the cell and determines how long each bar should be. Like, let me show you an example here. So I'm highlighting all these figures, and I'll select this. So the smaller values have smaller bars, and then the bigger values have larger bars. Each of these conditional formattings have different functions, and they can be used in different ways to present your data. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this for now. So to clear, if you want to remove your format that you don't want, you need to select the cells or select your cells and clear the rules from selected cells or entire sheets. So since I'm highlighting my cells, I'm clearing the rules from here. Then next, you also have color conditional formatting based on whether it gives a set color, green for very good, yellow for not so good, or you can set your own rules if you want to. Then there's icon as well, where it chooses the icon based on what the value is in the cell. Okay, the different kind of conditional format you can actually use. Now, to now go into the real conditional formatting, right? Sorry, maybe I can take a few questions at this point. Does anyone have any questions now on what I've just showed so far?
Not really.
Okay, let's continue the lesson. All right, so now basically there's one method, but I like to say there are two methods of using setting your rules. Let me show you the first way. There's new rule, right? A new rule, once you click new rule, you have a menu box that comes up that shows you different rules to set. And we're going to learn all these rules and answer all these questions that I've written here. So you can have a conditional formatting where you format all cells based on their values. This means that when, ideally, if you have a scale between 0 and 100, 0, if it's like a percentage score, 0% is poor, while 100% is good. Automatically, you assume that 0 is going to be red. Let's set it that way, and then 100 will be green. But if there's a situation where the lowest value is not 0, but it is now 70, 70 ideally is supposed to be good, but because of the value in the cell, it's going to choose 70 as the lowest number and use the highest number as 100. So let me just show an example here. Sorry. Okay, so this is like from 10 to 100. I need to put 0 for good measure here. And I want to apply that rule to it. So now I'm formatting my cells based on their values. So I can change the color and make the lowest value to be red. It could be different items, maybe lowest value, lowest number, percentage, or formula. Then I'm changing the color to be red. And then my highest value, I'm changing it to be green. And I click on OK. So now, you now see the color gradient from 0 to 100. Assuming I take off the slots, right? 50 now becomes my new red. Imagine I put 1,000 here. 100 becomes my new red. It's not in the red zone because it's looking at what is the highest value and what's the lowest value, and now we grade the color. Rate the color according to that. So that's conditional formatting based on their values. So now I need to mention something. If you do conditional formatting by selecting new rule, each time you want to add a new rule to your set of data, you need to keep on clicking on new rule. And that is quite tedious. The method I like using, which I feel is easier, is if I go to manage rules, I now have this menu box that comes up, and I can click on new rule here. The difference between the first method and the second method is that once I'm done applying my rule, it takes me back to the menu, to that other box where I can see all the rules I have put in. And I can make changes accordingly. I don't need to go back to click on conditional formatting and selecting your rule each time. So let me just show you another example using this method. So now the second, I've explained the first option of conditional formatting. The second one now, it formats only cells that contain. So the cells contain, like, you know what a cell in Excel is, right? This is a cell. This box here is a cell. So whatever content is in that cell, you now can base your conditional formatting to highlight. So when you click on it, it gives you different options. Do you want to format cells that contain values? Do you want to format cells that contain text? Occurring that contain dates, blanks, no blanks, errors, or no errors. So depending on what you want, you can select it from here. So I'm going to choose values. And once I choose value, I can choose whether it is, and a value, it has to be a number. I can choose whether it is between, not between, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Right? I have all that to select from. So I can say I'm selecting a value that is equal to, let's say 50. Or maybe, let me start again. I didn't highlight where I wanted to put this rule. So let me first of all clear the rules here. So I'm highlighted this box. This is where I want to do my conditional formatting. And I click on manage rules and the new rule. Cell that contain. So I'm selecting that equals to 15. So once you do that, you need to set your color your color format. So to do that, you click on the word format. And here it takes you to a portion where you can choose the kind of formatting you want to do. You can choose to either format the text such that it appears differently. You can format it to show that a border shows in what you want to format, or you can just fill the cell with a color. So since I'm selecting, I can choose this color, yellow color, to highlight anything that has 50 in it. I click on OK, then OK. At this stage, I can click on apply, and voila, it now highlights anything I see 50. So what's so special about this, you may ask, is if I now type 50 in another cell, it highlights it automatically. If I type any other number that I didn't put in the conditional formatting, it doesn't highlight it. But once I type the number 50, it now changes to yellow. Any questions so far? Hello?
No,
No question.
we are enjoying it.
Still with me, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so now I'm going to enter this. Oh yes, before I enter this, let me apply conditional formatting to show what to do with values, for example. So now I'm going to highlight. First, I'm going to clear all these colors. So I'm going to highlight everything that's here in this side. So now I'm going to apply conditional formatting to this text. So I click on manage rules, new rule, then seller contain. I'm changing this to a specific text. So there are two ways you can actually have enter a text here. So what I want to do at this point is make Excel know what text I want to do the conditional formatting to. And like I can either type in the word directly or click on the cell such that it makes reference to this cell only. So I'll do both of them so you can see what I'm doing. So here I'm choosing my color formatting. I'm going to select green for submitted. I click on OK. So now I have two rules to put. Instead of going back to conditional formatting and selecting new rule, I still have this, rule formatting rule manager open. So I can add another rule or change the rules here. So now I can just simply click on new rule here. Excuse me. And then select specific cell and then click on this cell. So now it's saying that you want it to the specific text containing what is in M4, and what is in M4 is not submitted. Now change the color I want it to be, and then I say OK. So at this point, I can select apply, and all my colors are highlighted. So assuming I want to change not submitted to a different color, I can quickly come here and I'll click on it and then change the color or make an edit where I want it to be. Then OK, and then apply, and it changes. So that is how to work on specific text. So if I now delete the value here, it becomes blank. If I type not submitted, it changes to yellow. If I type submitted here, it changes to green. If I type submitted here, it changes to green. So that is what happens when you do conditional formatting. All right. Any questions on that?
It's not a question, but just I need some clarification here.
Okay, sir.
Because here maybe what I wanted to have from this, just to have the color without the right of inside the column, the cell. So therefore, I don't want to see this submitted, not submitted, but I only want to see the color. Maybe I have the name by the side. Let's say the name of a sales agent, those that say return their sales, and those that do not submit their own return. So what I want to see is only those that submitted. Hello?
Okay.
Those that submitted, I only want to see it pure green. And those that not submitted, I just want to see yellow or red, without seeing the yellow or red submitted or not submitted written.
Okay. Let us see whether that's possible. That would probably mean that we would need to also format the text, but I'm not so sure if that is really possible. We can give it a try. So I'm going back to my format. I'm going back to format, but this time I'm clicking on the font, and I will change the color to be yellow. And this one also, click on format and change the font, change the color to be the same green as that. Something like this. So is this what you mean?
Yes, exactly. That's what I wanted to see, that yes, but by merely looking at it, you know, yes, this one have submitted, this one have not submitted, based on the color, not on the right of. So therefore, maybe you can just put a key by the side.
Okay. Okay. And so you can actually be creative with what you want to do conditional formatting. So you understand what I did with changing the font to be the same color as the background.
thing
So
with this one, so one thing
Yes, sir.
with this one, I still have to write it, because this one you only marks the color so that I will not see what I have written. But I was even thinking that maybe
Okay.
if we can use a
Yes, it does
drop-down
that.
menu
Mm.
just to select that, immediately it comes out, I selected submitted. Maybe I have 2 options in the drop-down menu, or I have
Mhm.
3: submitted, submitted accurately, not submitted, submitted with issues. So therefore, maybe if I click on the conditional, any one that I choose, instead of the right up to comes, then the color will now appear. I
Yeah.
like, because I used to see a dashboard that whenever you enter some figure in one other side, then a reflections or a translations of that input you put will just appear.
So yes, I think that's question 8 here. And drop down is not on today's lesson, so I'm not going to it. Maybe if you have time after what I'm supposed to take today, and if everyone wants to see how to do drop downs, I can take everybody on that. But the last thing you mentioned about a value one cell and highlighting another place is number 8, question number 8, which we'll look at as well. Is that okay,
Okay.
sir?
Yes, okay, I think we can go ahead.
Okay, Family, you have your hand up. Hello, ma.
Yes, Jenny, thank you so much for this. I was just going to suggest if you could reduce the size of the people here, so the participants, because the screen is too small. Sometimes I don't see where your cursor is going to because the screen is small. I know it helps you know when we are who wants to talk, but I see that the names of the people, the participants are larger than the screen.
That's your screen, ma. That's your screen.
Oh, is it based? Is it me?
Is your screen?
Yes, maybe are you using your phone?
Double click on my own on the slideshow.
No, I'm using my.
Double click on the presentation laptop. Double click on the presentation so that it gets bigger.
I'm using my laptop. Yes.
Okay.
But the size on the phone size is very okay. It's very clear.
Ma, you can double click on the presentation so that it's bigger.
So that okay, I tried looking at my viewing options to see if oh no. Okay. It seems it's okay. It seems nearer.
Is it better?
Yes, it's better.
Okay. All right then. Sorry about before. Okay. So now let's now go into the these works, right? So the first question is highlights. So I'm going to ask the questions because I think I've shown you most of what you need to know for now, at least for these first few. Let's say these first 3. As you know where to go to. Yes, these first 4, you know where to go to for them. Okay. So the first thing is I'm highlighting all the values here on this side. So the first question is highlight the sales that were below $30. So what do I do first? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Click on conditional formatting.
Okay. So I go to where? Conditional formatting. Okay, let me help you with the first one, then you help me with the second third and fourth one, okay? So that we can do it quickly. So I'm highlighting everything here. Then I go to conditional formatting and click on manage rows. Okay. So the first rule I want to put is select the cells, everything below 0. So now to choose, I'm looking for the content of the cell that contains any value that's less than 0. So it's the second option I'm going to use. So the cell value is, it's not between, it should be less than 30. You don't need to put the $sign there. And then the condition I want to put is red color cell. So now I'm clicking on format. I'll change my the cell kind of format I want to apply to fill, and then select the color red. And click on OK. At this point, I click on apply. So everything that is below below $30 is now red. Okay. So who can help me do the next one? That is highlight sales between $30 and $50.
Okay, so I think the next thing you will do, you now go to the new rules.
Okay.
You click on new rule. Only save that content. Then you now, since it is between, it is already between. You now go to the yes, you now write 30. Then the next one 50.
Okay.
You now choose the format. You click on the format to pick the color. And then yellow will be choosing.
I put yellow.
Yes. Then we apply.
And apply.
Yes.
So now everything that is between 30 and 50 is now highlighted. So it takes from 30 to 50 and it's colored to yellow. Okay, so the third one. Who wants to help out with the third one? It's basically the same as the second and first one.
Click on new.
Okay. What next, sir?
Format all cells that contain.
Okay.
Then here's the question above. Okay.
What do I change anything here?
Greater than.
Do I change anything here? Okay.
No,
Greater than.
greater
Okay. And 50.
50, yes.
Okay. What next?
Then format.
Format.
Click on format.
Okay, and then choose the color.
Yeah.
And then okay. Then I can apply.
Yeah, apply.
Then everything that's greater than 50 is highlighted. Okay, so who wants to do this one of no data? That is, the cell is blank.
Hello.
Yes.
So for the cell that has no data, we still go to the new rules.
Okay.
Yes. Then we now go to the which one that is blank here. Okay, the format the cell that contains.
Okay.
And then we now go to cell value.
Okay.
Then we choose blank.
All right. So
and then we give the color.
We do the color pink, right? Or something like this, okay? Oof. Aha. So it now has highlighted the blank cell that is there. All right. So now, this next one, oh, that's the beginning. Sorry, I gave the wrong color. Let me change the color. It's blue. I think this should be it. It's not changing.
No highlight.
Not highlighting. Okay, let me just take it back to what it was before. Oopsies. Hmm. Oh, okay. Let's come back to this blank. I'm not so sure why it's not highlighting. Okay, so okay, the next one is to highlight cells with duplicated numbers. So this one's a bit different. So does anyone want to try this one out?
Yes, let's try.
You can try. Okay, let's go.
Mirror.
Okay.
Then okay. Format all cells with content that contain.
No, but I can see format only unique or duplicate value.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This is how different it is. It's here. Click this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's continue. So format, I can give it
Use
a
color.
color. Where it goes pink, I chose for it, I believe. Then okay. Then apply.
Wow, that's
So
great.
now it's you see 26 is here as well. 24 is also here. 4 is also here. So you see that they are duplicated at different places. Not so sure why it's not working. Then let's look at the top 3 sales. So top 3 sales, right? We said we color it should we call it orange or brown? Well, I can call it orange. So now, apart from the cell content, another thing you can now look at is format only top or bottom ranked values. So now click on it, and I can select top, then top what? Top 3, right? Top 3 sales. Sorry, top 3 total sales. So it's a bit different now. So I'm only looking at the total sales here. I'm not looking at all the sales. So now I'm clicking on my conditional formatting, manage rules, new rule, and then top, bottom ranked. So I'm changing it to top 3, and I'm choosing this color. I think this is the color here. So now the top three sales, $78, $80, and $76. Okay. Then it goes to do the same for bottom three sales, total sales. Who wants to try that one?
Let me try.
Okay, ma'am.
So you go to,
Click on
yeah,
new
so
role.
you go to new rule, yes.
Okay.
I guess the total is already highlighted.
Yes, total is highlighted already.
So you go to the only top or bottom ranked values.
Okay.
Okay, so you come to top, you choose bottom. You come to format values. You choose bottom. And then the instruction is
Yes,
three,
yes.
The bottom three total. So you do three there.
Okay.
On the next cell, then you do format. You click on format. Then you choose color. And
apply. Okay. So now I have my bottom three sales done. Okay. So would you like to practice this? Let's practice everything we've done from question 1 to 7 before we enter question 8. Okay, yes, 1 to 7 before we enter question 8. You may be lucky. I know while you're working with Excel, sometimes doing blank cells, it normally gives me an issue. So I keep trying to work around it. So if you notice, it actually showed up when I used the wrong color before. And when I tried to change it back to this, it didn't work again. I don't know, Fam, do you have any quick fix you can use right now to try and solve that? Or if not, you can actually just practice or done from question 1 to 7, then we'll come back and do question 8 together. Hello, Fam Samson, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I was asking, do you have a solution for this blank cell that refused to work afterwards? It worked before and tried not to work afterwards.
Okay, what's the rule?
Blank cell, color it blue, this color.
Okay, you want a blank cell, let it color blue, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know, in conditional formatting, the order of the rules. Okay, so let me see this rule. The first one, let's go from the beginning. Let me see the very first one.
Okay,
Cell
the first
contains
one.
A black.
Okay, no, I just took it up now. I just took it up now. Okay.
So if it is up there, apply.
Right. Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Did it happen, right?
Yeah, it worked. Okay,
Okay.
thanks. Yes, I know that one now. Okay, so how did I and it worked.
Please, let's just say, wait. I think network is giving her problem. She'll be back.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Great.
I didn't know I was logged out. Okay.
But the screen, is it showing? I
My,
can't see.
no, my screen went off. I'm putting it back on.
Okay.
Okay, family, I see your hand is raised. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I think we've entered practice session, right? At least we can practice for 10 minutes. 9 o'clock, we'll come back and do the last one together.
Please let them confirm that they have received the file. I shared it
Okay.
a while ago. Please, can you all confirm?
Yes, I have the
Yes,
file.
good evening. I received it.
I received it.
Okay. All right. So 9 o'clock, you can all come back. I will continue with the next, with the last one. All right. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma.
Sorry, my network went off. Did you give us something to do?
Yes, I said practice. Can you confirm if Samsung shared? So you can practice what we have done so far. 7. You can come
Okay,
back.
using these same cells.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. All right, let's come back together. So how was it? Can you all hear me? Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Some
Yes,
from
yes. Anything on top
I
zero.
I did that of color, but I couldn't do that of figures. I don't
Figures.
know what I lost out, what stage I left out.
Okay. So
The
which are the
formatting,
numbers are you talking about?
like
Okay, when you do push one,
I did the colors, formatting according to colors, maximum, minimum. But if you have to fix in numbers or amounts, the dollars, I couldn't get a result. I don't know what stage I skipped.
okay, let me um show you again. Okay, so these are like random sets of numbers, right?
Yes.
So these numbers here, and then I'm going to conditional formatting. I can click on manage row or new row. I'm clicking on manage row and selecting new row. What I'm so
Okay.
if I'm looking at a particular number that I want it to now do this formatting based on, that's why I select cells that only contain. So this check takes care of is in the there's particular content that is in a cell that you want to bring on, right? So that is why I'm selecting that second option.
Okay.
Now I make sure that I'm selecting cell value, okay?
Yes.
And if
Yes.
I want to be anything less than 30, I now change this because defaultly it comes as between. So now change it less than, like I just type the number 30 here and select my and apply. I also see okay, this box closes. So just to conditions to put so you can just see what your change has been. So now I can see two different values are highlighted. Let me do another one, okay? That is anything 45. All right. You want me
Okay. Yes.
to do the last one? Okay. Is that okay? Click on new
Yes.
that contain only okay. So I'm choosing greater than 40 and then I'm selecting the content color green. All right, and apply. So I highlight these two. I want to now highlight everything that is between um, 30. Can you help me do that one?
Everything that is between 30
And 45.
and okay.
45. Yes. So tell me what to do.
Okay, yes, you have between and then you put
Your first. What I click on?
First, you go to conditional formatting, then
Oh,
new
yeah,
row.
this. Okay, new row. Okay.
Okay, then you have format only cells that contain.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that, you have cell value between 30 and 40
And 45.
45.
I said 45.
Okay, 45. Then format.
Color. Yeah, what color do we call?
Okay, we could use color yellow. Color yellow. Okay.
Okay.
Apply.
Then apply.
Apply. Yes.
Yes. So everything that is between 30 and 45 are colored yellow.
Yeah,
So
I got
do you
it now.
understand now how to do it? Okay.
Yes, yes, I do.
All right. Any other questions? All right. So let us do the last one. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we are hearing you.
All right, sir. Thank you, everyone. So now this question, this last question, now it's a bit different.
Network is not allowing us hear you.
Okay, I'll call you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, a call came in. Okay. All right, so so now, like I was saying before, the other conditions we applied it directly to the cell that we were putting queries on, that we wanted to find the top three, bottom three, greater than 30, greater than 10, less than 10, in between this, directly. But this time we want to now put the condition on a different part of the cell. We want to now say, okay, so the people that had the highest sales, let us highlight their names. You know, I can't just look at the names here and say, okay, based on the person's name, I cannot identify, just looking at the names, the highest score or the top three sellers or the bottom three sellers, right? I'll need to look at what this value is here. And looking at this value, I cannot see their names written on this column E. It's on column B. You understand? So now this last one is a bit difficult and it's a bit more advanced. So I decided to take it last time. Let us now jump over other ones. So first of all, I'm highlighting this column because I want my condition to be based on the top sale. That's this column here. And I want to highlight what is in this column here. Okay. So I click on my conditional formatting, manage rules, and then new rule. Then I now look at the last one. Use a formula to determine which cell to format. Okay. That's what I'm choosing. So now I have a cell, like a box here, to type in the formula that I want. So now I said, let's say my top 3 sellers is they sold above 70. So let's just put that to be this, right? I need to remove these dollar signs. I remember the last lecture we had, where the dollar signs means that we're fixing the formula to a particular point where the dollar signs are marked. So we don't want this particular condition to now fix its value based on just this, and we will not get our results. So we want to be flexible, everything. So that cell should be greater than 70. And now only. So now I'm going to font and then click on or yes, bold. It is okay. So now that is just one part of the formula. The second part is now is what I want the formula to be. Now I want it to apply to a particular cell. I don't want it to apply to column. Everything. This is E5 to E19. Applies. I want this formula to, if it's C this, I want it to highlight. I need to delete this and highlight this place here. Okay, let's do this this one.
Please let somebody talk to Obono. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm not hearing from my angle.
I'm not
Sorry,
hearing too.
I was trying to rectify. Right, so something's wrong.
Hello, Jenny.
Yes.
Sweet.
That's a bit technical, so.
Yes, we're hearing you. Are you speaking?
I wasn't, no. I wasn't. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right. This last one again. And let me just try, I guess. So I've cleared all, but maybe it's interfere what I'm trying to do. Sorry. Just trying to work around this. I set the rule at first, but was picking the wrong things. So I'm just redoing it. Okay. Farm.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, so I think I need your assistance on this. I'm not getting it properly.
Okay, why it's not working?
Yeah, it's not working. I'm not getting it properly. So I've selected a new rule and use formula based on, use the formula to determine cell content. And I want it to be, this should be greater than 70. It should highlight the names. So I'm taking away this dollar signs. Right.
Hello?
Right. Hello, yes.
Because I wasn't hearing anybody's voice.
Okay. Are you hearing us now?
Control.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Farm, are you following from Samson?
Yes, go ahead. I'm watching.
Okay, fine. So that's okay. Then now to change this to here. This whole range. Or is it just one of them? Anytime I click apply, all the names highlight, and that's not supposed to be so.
It's making reference to that first point.
Mm-hmm. So you think you should make reference to everything? But I tried that
Yeah, well,
as
why
well.
not?
It didn't work.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, Farm Jenny.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, see, let's do it this way.
Okay.
Exit from here and then select only E5. Let's start the new rule. Get a new rule.
Okay.
Yes, on that E5. Okay. You say greater than 70, right?
Yes.
apply it.
To only this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's use you are done, right?
Not yet.
Apply. No, I didn't want you to undo. Just leave the first one, undo. Exit and undo.
Okay, like this.
So yes, exit from here. Okay, and exit from here. So now, go to that B5. Then format painter. Just use that format painter. Let's run it down.
So it's something with the conditional formatting formula itself. It's not this. Okay.
Did you lock that reference? Did you lock the E4?
No, it's not locked. Okay, now I know the issue. Sorry. I know the issue now. All right. Okay, it's going to work now. All right, so I said equals to, sorry, let me highlight the correct place. Clear conditional formatting, clear rules, select the cells. Yeah. Okay, so I'm selecting this cell. This is where I want to apply my changes to. So I'm going back to manage rules, new rule, then this last one, use the formula to determine which cell to format. So I'm selecting this cell. I'm removing the dollar signs because I don't want it to be fixed only on that spot. Oh, sorry, here. Right, so it's only E5, it's greater than 70, okay? Then my formatting is making it red, or let me make it green. Then changing it to bold. Okay. Then I change where my rule should apply to this place. At the same time, check your formula again to make sure it's still at E5. You notice it has changed to B5. So now it's change it back to E5. Yes. So the formula says E5 is greater than 70 and applies to column B. Now I click on apply. And you're not seeing it properly. But it has highlighted Samson, Sandra, Chiamaka, and Samson again. Can you see it?
Yes.
Let me change the color.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes, it's working now.
Okay, fine. So what happened was the formula, you need to check the formula to make sure it's saying what you wanted to say. That is, the formula is E5 is greater than 70 and applies to column B. Let me take it one more time so that we get it correctly. So I click on new rule. Sorry, let me clear the conditional formatting. Okay, so I click on manage rules, then new rule, and then use a formula to determine which cells to format. So, sorry, I highlighted the wrong place. First, you need to highlight where your formula should be picking from, should read from. That's the first thing you need to do. And go to conditional formatting, manage rules, new rules, and use the formula to determine. The formula should be this cell, and we don't want to fix it, so we remove the dollar signs. It's greater than 70. Then I can click press enter for it to select the formula. I can change it this time and now format it to show a particular cell color. Let's make it green, okay? And then I click on OK. This formula here, okay, is reads this place here where I want it to be applied, okay? Before I continue, I need to now check again to see whether this formula is still on E and hasn't switched to B. I'll double click on it, and as you can see, it has switched to B. So now change me back to, to E5. Okay. Okay. So now I wanted to show everyone this part. We're wondering, why am I not seeing my rules? What has happened? So on conditional formatting, I think it breaks your work into different segments and has switched because we are knowing what the rule doesn't apply to this, right? It applies to this column. So that's why current selection, there's no rule on it. So it is now expecting you to apply a new rule, but you already have something you're working on. So now to find what you're working on, you now look on this top menu bar and click on this worksheet. And this worksheet is what you're seeing right now. Once you do that, every single rule you have applied on this worksheet shows up. So this is what we're working on right now. E5 is greater than 70. This is the formatting, and apply it to B5 to B19. I click on apply, and then the names that are that have the cells higher than 70 are highlighted. Okay, so do you want us to try it together? Choosing like cells that are less than 30.
Yes, let's try it one more time.
Okay. All right then. Let me work on cells less than 30. So I'm selecting new row. This my total column is still highlighted, and then use the formula to determine. Now I select, of course I must click inside it to make sure that this is where I want to type the formula. And this first one, I fix it, and I do the less than sign and 30. And now do my formatting and select a color. I click on OK. So once I'm done with this, and now it takes me back to this place. My formula applies is on column E, and it applies here. I don't want it to apply on column E, I want it to apply it here. Okay, so I'm changing this from E to B. And at the same time, I need to ensure that this my formula is on the correct place, not on column B, but on column E. Okay, and I click on OK. Now, like I mentioned before, since there is no condition or no rule on column E, as in what we want to apply is not on the current selection as column E, it would disappear. So we need to now go back to select this worksheet so that we can see all the rules we've had previously, as here. So this is the first one we're working on. It now has the correct formula. Formula is E5 is less than 30. Change it to this color, apply it to column B5 to B19. Select on apply, and there's only one name that highlights, that's AGK. He's the only one that had sales less than 30. Okay. Would you like to try it out? Hello, are we still together?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right, so I'll give 5 minutes. Let's try this last bit out. So it's already 9:30, so that we can at least go early, prepare for Monday, and sleep on time. So I'm giving you
All
like
right.
5 minutes to 9:35. Okay. 5. Are we done with it yet?
No, honestly, I couldn't pick where to get the greater than less than.
Okay,
I couldn't. I don't. Maybe I missed it when you were picking it.
Okay, that's the greater than sign. That. It's
Is
actually,
that sign?
you actually type it on your keyboard. It's on your
Yeah,
keyboard.
but on my keyboard, I tried typing it. It was producing formula or moving the cursor instead of. Okay, let me see. Maybe I was in the wrong area.
Okay, but from my own side, I have gotten it. I have colored all the cells.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Okay. Any other comments from anyone?
Yes, for me, I am. Where is this coming from? I am at the point of highlighting the names, but it's not allowing me highlight.
Okay. Should we go through it one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably we
Yes.
should.
All right. Let me clear the rules here. Okay. So first, I'm highlighting where I want the conditions to look at, so I can highlight the names. So in manage rules, and then I choose the last option, and then I have put the formula, right? You have passed this stage, haven't you, Ma? Hello, Ma. Were you able to do this part? Hello.
Okay, I didn't put the greater.
Okay, so greater than is on your keyboard. On my keyboard is next to the M, or actually it's after less than. So after my M button, there is less than and greater than. To get the greater than, if you just press the button that's next to the letter M, you either press comma or full stop. Now to get the greater than or less than, you need to hold the shift button and press those two buttons. Okay, or whichever one you choose. If you want less than, you close the shift button and press the one that's closer to M. If you want greater than, you press the shift button and press the one that's just one button away from M. Okay, so I've selected greater than 70. And I'm to choose a color. I've chosen this color. And then select. Now I need to now change this to apply to the name here. Have you seen how it is in Ma? Again, I need to cross-check this formula to make sure it's still reading E17. It has changed to B. I'm taking it back to, 17. I'm taking it back to E. I click on format. Then at this point, I'll click on this worksheet so I can see my rule again. That is this one. Formula is E, the color is green, and it applies to B5 to B19. So I click on apply. Then I've highlighted the names.
Okay, it's that worksheet I didn't go to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this worksheet, okay.
Yeah, I didn't go to the worksheet. So I was trying to highlight the names and it was not allowing me.
Okay. Now,
Okay. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I get it now.
okay, ma'am. All right.
So I think, hello, hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, my own question is that because from my own keyboard I can only find greater, less than, equal to. But if I want to get maybe noun put between, let's say between 30, 40, between 70, and so on and so forth, where can I get such functions?
As you want to highlight between,
Yes, for instance, now I said that all those between 70 to 30 should be colored so color. Then that between, how can I capture it using the formula?
so you have to now want it to be greater than this and also less than that particular number. So
Okay,
you know how you type, if you was type on this particular place here, count the numbers that are greater than 30, sorry, greater than 30 and less than 70, enter a whole formula. If this whole range than 30, sorry, count ifs greater than 30, and at the same time, whether it's less than 70. Between, sorry, what's going on? Okay, sorry. Quotation.
Hello, from Jenny. What was his question? I thought he wanted to find out if
He said he wanted to do between.
yes, I think it's go to the rule, manage rule. That's what to color it, right? To apply the conditional formatting.
Yes, so it's we have this select the formula, select the names. So to explain to you, use a formula to the same way we have formulas here.
Is it one trying to speak?
I guess it is network.
Yeah,
So, Jenny,
yes.
pick that first one. Format cells, all cells based on their content.
No, I've done that one already.
I'm talking about
If I can color the name.
It's looking about any value that falls between a range, right?
Yes, I've done that one.
Okay, okay.
He's asking a different question. That's a different
it seems as if
question.
my
That's
it
what I'm
seems
trying to
as if
explain
my
that to do
hello?
that you need. Yes, sir.
It seems my question as if it is not clear. Now that you have started, what I'm seeing from your screen, if we have done the first time, we highlighted this the column for total. Abi, we now went to the conditional formatting. We click on the conditional formatting and then manage rules as it is. And then we now use formula. Hello?
Your question. You want to highlight the names that I.
Yes, now if you now come here, You don't put equal to, you pick this particular value. So this thing now pops up. Now you remove the $sign. So if I want to now direct the cells to choose in between this highlighted column, to choose those salesperson that score between 80 and 30 and color them with specific color. How can I now put the sign of equal between this and this here?
Okay, so I was explaining to you here, right?
I wanted it to be done there, where you just where the color was there, so that I can see how it will pick now and color. I know that count if, I know I can do that one, but I want it to be done using here.
Can I finish it? Can I finish?
Okay.
Thank you. So I was just saying that this means between, because ranges, we need to apply this conditional formatting. That's okay. That's why I had done this first.
Okay.
Yes. So now I'm highlighting this now. So what color? Right. It's a bit. Okay, so can we? I'm not so sure how to do this. Maybe a solution for it. If not, can we maybe think I'll research it and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, I will be glad.
Okay. Oh, Fam, do you have something to add?
Yes, let me just share my
It.
screen.
Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, and that's the end of today's lesson with me. So over to Fam Sanson.
Yeah, I just read that question and then we are done for today. Just let me briefly look at that. So from Seidu, you want to color the values that fall within a range.
The value, the salesperson that score, I want to color the salesperson that score between the range of this to this.
Okay, so now let's select here. Then let's go to format, our conditional formatting. We manage rule, the first rule. So you can use this one. So you choose between here. So inside here, you have several conditions that you can choose. So if you are looking for between 30 and 80, is that correct?
Yes.
So you can place your whatever color, whatever formatting you want to apply here. Let's say you want them to apply, you want to apply this. Now, so where do you want that to apply? Maybe you want it to apply in B. Yes, so let me just change this one to B. Let's see that. $30 to $80. Cell values between these. B. Okay, just a minute. Lilia, your hand is up.
I was going to say sleep, sleep, sleep. Can we finish up?
Okay, we are rounding up.
Are we doing any catch-ups because of yesterday?
No. We only shifted what we're supposed to do yesterday to today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really shifting.
Okay. So it's still next weekend.
Yes, Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, so Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Are you still here? Okay, so let's see what we can do on Sunday. Is that okay?
Oh, is it not Saturday?
No.
So,
Jenny. We are still going to meet on Saturday morning and Saturday evening. But I'm speaking with Farm Jenny. She may not be available for the Saturday sessions. Okay,
Yes,
so let's call it a day. We will convert. We will do a video and then share with everyone. And then I think we have the session of Saturday morning yet to be shared. We've downloaded it and it's heavy, so we still need to put it in YouTube and share the link. So we'll do that tomorrow, including this one.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
thank you, everybody.